So that's broadly it remains that auto has been a strong performer, and there is at least expectation of a ground level demand, if not a real demand as of now, but at least the expectation that there will be strong demand.
Mr. Chopra, just want to switch a little bit to Welspun. Now, for the first time, we are seeing one of its biggest clients saying that we are not ending the relationship. Till now, all the news had been negative, or at least there had been uncertainty. Would you buy Welspun at this level, or you wouldn't still touch it?
Well, I would wait because market is really at a precarious situation, and if there are controversies around the corporate governance of the company, where they claim that they are making linen and stuff like that out of Egyptian cotton, and it was not, and so I think that one should stay away from the counter. There are plenty of other opportunities in the market as of now. JCPenney, yes, definitely it's a big name and might be a big account for Welspun, but I think let the market settle down first, and I believe that once the dark clouds are over, then probably one can look at the counter.
Right. Vijay, how would you look at the pharma space and the news flow that has come in over there? We've seen approvals for coming in for a lot of companies, and even pharma stocks have done well. Would you still be buyer into pharma stocks?
Yes, for the meanwhile, I would prefer a defensive play, and pharma is one. So I think stocks like Sun Pharma, they can be bought into for a target of 830, 840. Lupin can be bought into. Marksans Pharma is one company. Wockhardt, we have just heard the news. So probably Wockhardt can be heading into 950, 960 odd levels. So these are a few companies I'm looking at, and I think that pharma should do well with a short to medium term perspective, not a very long term perspective, until we get clarity on what US elections actually come out to be, and what is the policy on outsourcing and companies Indian companies working in US. So there's a lot of, again, question marks on what the US policy is going to be. So with a short-term perspective, yes, pharma looks good.
Ashish, any view on Wockhardt? It's 4% higher today with very good volumes.
See, Pankaj, we have been observing this stock. It has been seeing a lot of accumulation in a lower range between this 850 to 920 kind of levels. I think there can be some good amount of pullback towards 1020, 1040 odd levels. Already we have seen a good consolidation for last 4 weeks between 940 to almost 880. So clearly, I think the base has been built up. We can expect some another 100 rupees upside from current levels, and for that I think 900 should be ideally be a good trading stop loss.
Right. Samit Chauhan is also now joining us. Mr. Chauhan, if you could just give us your picks first.
Good morning. We have 3 recommendations. 2 would be on the short side, since we are not so comfortable with this bounce. If you ask us structurally, Nifty still has a very strong resistance around 8800, 8850. Since last couple of weeks, we have been maintaining our cautious stance on the market, and last week we saw decent correction towards 8600. In last 2 days, we have seen a good bounce in the market, nearly 150 points from the lows. But we still believe that 8800, 8850 seems to be a very strong resistance. And if you ask us structurally, the structure is still quite negative. Thus, we are not so positive on the market right now. We have 2 recommendations. One would be on the short side, that would be SBI. The stock has been consolidating in a range since last 2 to 3 weeks. However, 260 seems to be a very strong resistance. So we would take a contra call right now. Since last couple of days, the stock has given a decent bounce. But we would short sell this at current level with a stop loss of 264, and we would expect a target of around 242, 241 in next probably 4 to 6 days. The sell call would be on RCAP. Last week also we had suggested this stock to go short around 570, 575, and this stock has corrected towards 530. And in last 2 days we have seen a stupendous recovery in this stock, but we believe that 580, 585 would be a very strong resistance on a closing basis. Thus we would go short around current level. 588 on a closing basis would be a stop loss, and we would expect a target of 530, 520. And we have a solitary buy call that would be on CRISIL. This stock has given a good price volume breakout during Friday's session. It's trading around its all-time high now, and if we take another 3 to 4 weeks time horizon, this stock can easily surpass 2500, 2600 level. Thus, it can be bought on any dip with a stop loss somewhere around 2250, and our immediate target would be around 2540, 2600.
Samit, the interesting call is actually on Reliance Capital. There are very few sell calls on the ADAG pack. Any particular reason why you want to sell ADAG pack? It's had 8 to 9 years of underperformance.
See, we have already seen a stupendous rally from the levels of 380, 400. However, if we look at the weekly chart, 600 seems to be a very strong resistance. We had highlighted this point last week also, 585, 590 we are seeing as a strong resistance. On Thursday we saw a strong corrective move in this stock, and this stock has now retraced its recent down move from 596 to 530. So 580, 585 seems to be a hurdle for us. So if the stock manages to surpass and sustain above those levels, then probably it could resume its higher degree uptrend. But if it doesn't so, then probably 580, 585 would act as a very strong resistance, and we would see a resumption of recent down move, probably to retest its lows of 530, 525.
Ashish, you like ADAG pack and especially Reliance Capital?
See Pankaj, yes, if in the EDAG space, this is one stock where I think if some strong outperformance has to come, this is going to be from the Reliance Capital stock. Now, if you look at the structure, last 2 years, it has been consolidating between a range of 700 almost on upside to it came down to 270 odd levels, and from there it has been seeing a recovery. Now, already yes, it has seen a good up move in the last few months, but that gives me a sense that there is a lot of long accumulation which is happening in the stock. I'll not be surprised to see this stock crossing 700, 750 kind of levels in coming few weeks or months. Yeah, this is a positional call, so yes, there can be some dip of 20, 30, 40 rupees based on the market's movement. But if the markets are going to support, then I think this stock which is going to see a strong outperformance, and already we are seeing a lot of fundamentally news flow coming from the stock. Demerger is going to happen. There's a lot of valuation going to be given to the life insurance and the other businesses, housing finance names. So I think all this is going to keep the stock in radar, and I think the downside in the stock is kept around 530, 520 kind of levels. Any dip towards 550 is a good opportunity to go long in the stock.
Right. Another name which is actually doing well right now is Havells Limited. It's at about 440 rupees, 2% higher. Mr. Shetty, any view on Havells? You mentioned about United Breweries, the consumption space. Havells, of course, is a different sector. It's very competitive, unlike the advantages you mentioned for United Breweries. But Havells would come under the buy name?
Yeah, it is under the buy name. I think we like this stock, like the story. The company has been doing well. If you look at the growth numbers, they've been able to deliver stronger than expected numbers even the last quarter. So we continue to like the stock. In fact, we have a trading positional call in this with the target about 450, which was just recommended yesterday.
Right. Mr. Chopra, you mentioned about the auto pack earlier, the consumption trend. That would also be true for a company like Havells or maybe any other AC company as well?
Well, I think that Havells should do well with the perspective that the festive season is going on, and a lot of white goods are bought during this time. Secondly, they are majorly into lighting also and wires. So these are the times when people spend a lot on lighting and stuff. So all the products which Havells is into. So this is a time when the consumption shoots up significantly as compared to other quarters. So I think the next couple of quarters should be good. The stock should do good with the short to medium term perspective. My target for Havells is about 480, and probably we are going to see it soon.
Right. Ashish, one name that is doing well is Indraplast Gas, and it's recently done well. Yesterday we got the gas price cut, and most of these companies like Mahanagar Gas, Indraplast Gas has actually passed on most of the price cut that we've gone. So that would increase the volumes. That's the fundamental view. But on the technical side, IGL, Indraplast Gas, will it continue the run that it has had for the last few quarters?
Yeah, I think so, because see every time this stock, what it is doing is it is seeing an uptrend, then it is consolidating, and then second round of rally is coming. So that is a very healthy sign for any stock to show strength. See, if this would have been continuously rising for every day, then there could have been a sign of some overbought, or a kind of that some kind of euphoria is getting built up in the stock. But this is not happening in the stock. It is moving up, and we are seeing almost 2 to 3 weeks of consolidation, and then a fresh rally is coming. So the same is happening right now. I think the stock has a potential to test 880 kind of levels in coming few weeks. On downside, I think 780, 785 will act as a strong support for the stock.
Would you be buyers right now or wait for a little bit of correction?
So I think, see, as a trader, my strategy would be always to buy at current levels and use any strength to further add on to the position, because that will give comfort to to add on the fresh positions. So I'll be buyer at the current levels. I'll use dips also to buy, and if the stock suppose crosses 830, that will give me the confirmation and I'll be further adding on to the positions.
And ONGC, of course, that has an opposite impact because it produces gas, but that's also a name which has done well after the gas price cut.
See, if you ask me, there is a clear uptrend in ONGC which has been developing. In last week's show, it was around 255 and we recommended a long call. Already the stock is up 12 rupees, and I'll not be surprised to see the stock crossing 290, 295 kind of levels in coming few weeks. So I think ONGC has formed its base, and any negative news is already built into the price. It can have a short-term impact and the stock may correct 5, 7, 8 rupees on the news flow, but I think eventually on any dips, there will be a lot of long accumulation at a lower end. So I think 258 is an important support now for the stock, and upside 290, 295 looks quite possible in 1 to 2 weeks.
Mr. Shetty, any view on ONGC? Do you feel the earnings have factored in crude where it is, gas price cut, and most of the negatives which is visible in the next 1 year?
I think gas price cut is clearly factored, and I think it was we were aware of the gas price cut, and the estimates have been built into that. The other thing which has happened is that crude prices have also moved up. I mean, if you look at post the OPEC meet, we've seen crude come back to about 50 odd levels. So I think that's also slightly favoring this. And of course, we have seen overall under ownership in this space post the underperformance. So I think there can be a pullback kind of move. If you have a slightly longer term view, I think ONGC could be a good bet.
Right. Gentlemen, before we end, Vijay, let's start with you. Any disclosures that you want to make? We spoke about a lot of stocks.
Our clients, we've been recommending these stocks to our clients, and I do not have any personal holdings.
Mr. Shetty, your disclosures?
Yeah, we would have recommended the stocks to our clients, and no personal holdings in any of the stocks discussed.
Ashish, disclosures before we end?
A few of these stocks we have recommended to our clients. I do not hold any of them in my personal holdings.
Right. Samit, your disclosures?
See, I don't have any vested interest in the discussed stocks, but our clients might be having positions.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us this morning. Always a pleasure talking to you.
All right, Sunil Subramaniam, CEO of Sundaram Mutual Fund will